Ulf,
Yes.
long background at Sedermera.
Yes.
And what I understood, you have seen hundreds of companies in your role at Sedermera.
I have, yeah.
And still you choose Crunchfish. You came here.
Absolutely, I did.
So tell me, but what do you see at Crunchfish which made you leave, that role at Sedermera and coming here instead? And explain also what did you do at Sedermera?
Well, if I'm going to start with what I did previously, my role was an advisor, and primarily I advised companies within stock market communication. So that was primarily drafting prospectuses and memorandums, helping out with press releases and interim reports and so forth. So a lot of questions regarding stock market communication. So that was the background.
Yeah.
Why I came to Crunchfish? I mean, I have followed Crunchfish basically since the IPO from an arm's length perspective, and I think it's definitely one of the, if not the most interesting companies listed on the Nasdaq First North market. So I've always looked at Crunchfish with an interested eye. And when the opportunity came up a few months back, I couldn't say no.
Yeah, no, we're very happy to have you here because I think
happy to be here.
Communication-wise, I think we're really stepping up. We're keeping you busy. I think.
You are.
there's quite a lot to communicate.
There is, as the market have probably seen since January.
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on. And when did you start with us?
So my first day was February 3rd. 2020.
So you came in right in this transformation into much more of a fintech company. How do you look upon that? That we are, is that good for us to try to be? Yeah, is it good that we sort of becoming more focused? I guess.
I think so, because given the fact that we're putting such a heavy emphasis now on the mobile payments business that we have, I think it's also important that we show that outwards towards the market. So when we, as we are starting to profile ourselves more towards being a fintech company, I think that should probably help us a lot with getting our message across.
Yeah.
So
So a lot of more communication around fintech. That's what we can anticipate, sort of.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. I would definitely say so.
Yeah. Your role, you have a dual role at us. You have investor relations.
Yeah.
So people can contact you if they are a shareholder and they would like to interact.
Absolutely.
You welcome that.
I think it's really important for companies to be open and to be communicative in as many ways as possible.
Yeah.
Because the more the market know about us and the more we can share to the market, I think the better chance the market will have to actually value us. And
And your other role is about marketing, which is not just about communication, I guess. It's a little bit wider than that. How do you look upon your marketing role at Crunchfish?
I think the way I look at it is to be a central part of what we just talked about doing the transformation towards becoming a fintech company, and to make sure that that's sort of shines through in our brand.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really interesting challenge.
Yeah.
But one that I very much look forward to working with.
Yeah. Given your know-how of MAR rules and everything, but if you want to look ahead and for at Crunchfish, sort of maybe, I don't know, a year from now or 3 years from now, where are we then? What are we heading towards? What do you see in your crystal ball?
In the almighty crystal ball, I think what the market could expect, what I'm hoping that the company will be at, is the fact that we will have sort of gotten our products out on the market. I think that we can start to see a lot of larger revenue streams, which is of course very nice. I think we will see a broad market acceptance in Sweden to start with, also in India, as we are very much working towards, and hopefully also in several other markets. But I think we will see that Crunchfish has grown as a company. And to a stock market perspective, perhaps also gone up to one of the bigger lists.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to move lists from First North to
why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Why not? I mean, if our revenue streams increase, if our market cap increase, I mean, why not do it?
Where do you move then? Is it to First North Premier, or would you say even to the main list or something, or where?
First, yeah, I would say First North Premier is always a good sort of middle step to take.
Yeah.
It's because there are a lot more rules on the regulated markets.
Yeah.
But First North Premier is always a good middle step because the company gets a healthy practice on what it means to be on the main lists when they are at the Premier list because of IFRS reporting and so forth.
So we have to do that and we actually looked at that. That was premature. We decided not to do it, but I know our auditor said that we are not far from it. I think we are pretty much compliant with the regulations anyway. Would you recommend us to take that step? Sort of, if our revenue stream are picking up, it's better to. And why would we do that? What does it give us, except for practice for the stock market?
I would say the largest sort of, or the biggest actually, the biggest advantage of being on the large list is probably a much easier access to institutional capital. Okay. Which is always good to have.
Does that come if you just go to Premier?
It could do. It could do, but a lot of the sort of bigger institutions mainly work on the regulated markets. Yeah. So and for a fintech company, it's always good to have institutional capital in
I guess right now we have one fund, Coeli, who have invested in our company, but that's not much really. Otherwise, it sits on people like myself and a lot of. I think there is I think our shareholding in Crunchfish has been quite stable. I think the top 20 owners have almost been the same for. I don't know, almost since IPO.
It's a very strong trigger for Crunchfish that we have such a strong ownership base already, with a large portion of the capital being concentrated in an ownership base which is very long term and very committed to the company.
And right now we're doing something for the we're doing a financing round right now.
Yes,
it's already guaranteed. So I guess we don't need the company will get its money, but we're still using it for, I guess, some marketing purposes and try to get the word out really.
Exactly.
What are we going to do?
We are going to be visible in a lot of digital channels. We are also going to have an investor meeting here at Crunchfish HQ.
Yeah. And where is that, in April sometime, or?
It will be around the 7th of April is planned right now.
Yeah.
As I said, we will do a lot of digital marketing. We will also try to contact and be visible to the market as much as we can.
Yeah.
And get sort of the word spread. That we are raising capital. But as you say, the main owners are both guaranteeing and also giving subscription commitments.
Yeah.
And the fact that the rights issue is fully guaranteed in this climate is a very strong sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, for one, is very grateful towards the owners because it gives a certainty that we will.
Certainly now in Corona times, exactly, I guess, when everything is falling like a stone. But we are fighting quite well. I think we're not down at all as many other more big names, big companies. Yeah. I think we haven't really gone down that much really.
No, I think it's important to look at the fundamentals of the company and the fact that we do have a lot in our pipeline. We have exciting times ahead of us, and hopefully it will keep Crunchfish going really strongly.
Yeah. Yeah. And keep you busy, I guess.
And keep me busy. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, great. We're really happy to. I think you came 1st of Feb. That was the time when we sort of flew over to India.
Yep.
And have that very epic journey to India. That I was just interviewing Paul, and he was saying how it transformed him, and I think it transformed the company as well. There's a time before India and after that India trip. And,
I actually came in exactly as you say during India. So right around the birth.
No, that's good.
So to speak.
That's good. Excellent. No, thanks a lot, Ulf, and I'm glad you're on board. I think there's a lot of things to do.
I'm very glad to be on board.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joachim.
Thank you.